Hello and welcome to this video review of Star Wars Pinball on Nintendo Switch. Now, you may have noticed that this isn't actually an entirely new game. Star Wars Pinball tables are available already to buy as separate downloads in Pinball FX3, which is also available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One at around a $5 a piece. But they've never been released as a physical copy before, and at $24.99 in the UK and $29.99 in the US, this package represents superb value for Star Wars fans, as it actually contains 19 tables, as well as some Switch-exclusive features. Now, if you've never played Pinball FX3 before, believe me, you're in for a real treat. The game is rooted in realistic pinball physics as you flip your crazy flipper fingers on simulated pinball tables, complete with dot matrix score display animations and even mechanical scoring triggers rendered in 3D, which are activated as the ball passes over them. But at the same time as this realism, you also get the advantages of it being a video game, such as fully animated 3D characters and lasers flying across the screen. Oh, sorry, I mean blaster fire, of course, this is Star Wars. Complete with movie sound effects, music, and even quotes. There are also some decent sound-alike voices for pinball-specific remarks from the characters, which is really cool. I just wish that Darth Vader said, "I find your use of tilt disturbing." That's surely a missed opportunity. The sheer wealth of gameplay on offer here is probably too much for most players to ever exhaust. Never mind the fact that the classic score attack gameplay is ripe for just one more go marathons anyway. There are so many modes, tables and features to explore, there's absolutely months of game in here. The biggest feature unique to this Nintendo Switch collection though is the addition of a career mode. This gives you 5 different tiers of operations, each one comprising a selection of challenges, including flip-limited score attacks, which means you only get to use the flippers 200 times, score as much as you can, dedicated challenges based on a single side game, and simple 5-minute scoring sessions. Your score is then tallied against 3 tiers, with the first allowing you to progress to the next challenge, and each subsequent tier giving you an extra point to spend on Force upgrades. That's because at the start of the game you get to choose between the dark side and the light side of the Force. And then you can use your Force to increase your multi-ball bonuses, score multipliers or kickback duration, among others. And as you keep playing and leveling up, your scores go into hyperspace. All these scores are tracked, of course, both online and off, although the game is a little shameless with the online stuff at times, not only constantly asking you to link your Nintendo account if you haven't done so, but even going so far as to having one score table that adds your best scores to your friend's best scores before multiplying that by the total number of Pinball FX tables you own. So you literally top this particular scoreboard by not only giving more money to Zen Studios, but getting your friends to as well. If all this artificial score inflation malarkey doesn't interest you, and I can see why it wouldn't, there's still an old-fashioned straight-up 3-ball mode for each table, allowing you to just get your score up through skill. Now, the Pinball FX3 formula is successful, and with good reason, because it is excellent. However, it does feel a little well-worn at times, with some of the table layouts here feeling a bit too familiar for anyone who's tried the series in the past. But at the same time, of course, Pinball is an absolutely perfect fit for Nintendo Switch's handheld form factor, something that's been recognised here with the addition of a Switch-exclusive vertical option. All you need to do is to detach the Joy-Cons, push the minus button to flip it into vertical mode, and then find some way to prop up your Switch, and voila, you've got yourself a portable pinball table. Well, 19 portable pinball tables really. Basically, if you're looking for a pinball game on the go, it's difficult to find any reasons why this shouldn't be the game for you. That is, of course, unless you dislike Star Wars. Now, I would wager that probably doesn't apply to you since you've made it this far into this video about a Star Wars pinball game, but do keep in mind that some of the tables and references are getting a bit granular. The Solo movie, for instance, was hardly a mainstream hit, at least compared to the other movies, yet there's a whole table dedicated to it here. Likewise with Lando Calrissian. The tables designed around the core trilogy and the newer sequels are great though, with fan-pleasing moments like C-3PO getting blown apart and Chewbacca making friends with a Porg, which is really cute. There's also a section where BB-8 has to avoid nets falling from the sky, and it invariably hits him with the first one, which really made me laugh out loud the first time I played. And there's also, of course, a lightsaber battle with old Darth Vader himself. While the Switch handles everything with ease and the frame rate is nice and smooth, the texture quality though is particularly strong, with the pre-play flybys showing off movie poster-esque iconography. The force is indeed strong with the art department here. I think there's a lot to be said for something as universally appealing as Pinball being combined with the equally universally appealing Star Wars, and being wrapped up in such a sensationally rich package as this. There are months and months of gameplay in here, and it's a really solid offering. So I give this a very well-earned 4 stars out of 5, with just 1 star lost for the slight feeling of cheapness in the animations, and it could do with a bit more imagination and attention to the special effects, which would have made this completely indispensable. But even so, I'm really enjoying it, and it's still very much recommended by me. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit like and subscribe, and leave a comment to say what you think of the game. Do check out my channel for more gaming vids as well as music and more, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.